this one, right, Pat?
Yes, I've seen that one. Yeah.
That he looks lonely, but nobody is. People are saying that allegedly because you can see the car, the light, the car's blacked out,
Okay.
so you can't really tell if Harry's there.
Right.
And this
Right.
is what the press is saying, alleged, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, you can't see anything.
Right.
Okay, and then you have this one here. Here, this is the same one, right? But you
Mm-hmm.
can't see Harry. And then you see this is Meghan Small coming and going, and then there's this one.
Mm-hmm.
But here is two cars. Prince Harry has arrived at Clarence House to see King after flying in from California.
Mm-hmm.
This is different, right?
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, it gets worse.
Wow.
So, which one is which one? Prince Harry's arrival comes a day after the king publicly announced he has been diagnosed with cancer. This is the one that they're putting. This is of Harry arrived, but they're putting it as though it's now. And this is the one that's here. See, this is the woman with the lady.
Uh-huh.
So I'm waiting for somebody to send me the Telemundo thing. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna share you. No, that's not it. Crap. I need the Telemundo thing. I'm gonna look for the Telemundo one because they're showing a 4-car motorcade and they're saying that is the one right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're being dishonest even about him arriving at this time.
Yeah. I mean, let me see. And then it goes, the Prince of Wales spotted entering Buckingham Palace last night. And I'm going to show you something too, because allegedly a picture of Harry Kensington Palace was tagged.
They
And
were tasked.
allegedly Harry, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to show you something here, Pat. But I want to look for Telemundo. I'm just going to look for the Telemundo thing because I asked my contact to send it to me. Let me see. This is supposed to be Prince Harry arriving at Clarence house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then and we're gonna see it. Let me see. This is in news. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for her to send it to me because it says Prince Harry arrives to meet father after King Charles III in London. But you see a lonely car, and people are like, well, he only went like for 5 minutes or so. I'm gonna show you here.
Okay.
Okay, this is AFP. Okay, here. I'm going to show it to you right now. This is AFP News, Pat. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here, and share screen. Okay? You see that?
Okay. Yeah.
This is completely different than what we've shown, right?
From the other videos, he has a different angle.
No, because you're supposed to be the newspapers guys are there, right where he's making a turn,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? We don't see the people, any reporters there. Please look very carefully because that's him coming, supposedly. See, and Telemundo was right. Telemundo was right. See what the motorcade is coming? That's him.
So he came with a motorcade. That's supposed to be Harry coming with all those vehicles.
Yep.
How is okay? But
See,
this
the
is supposed
motorcade
to
stays behind once he enters the palace grounds. That's how they do it.
say that one more time. They're what?
The motorcade usually stays behind once they enter the grounds.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you see, this is AFP actually. See, so what you only see is the one going in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and this is not the king because whenever the king travels, he has the royal standard.
Okay, yeah. So they're trying to say that this is Harry, but it really wasn't Harry.
Well, you tell me which one it is.
It wasn't because
And they
maybe
all
both of
say,
them are supposed to be.
yeah.
Maybe neither one of them are him.
Well, I have a tendency to believe that this is him coming with the motorcade because he does get police protection when he comes to see the king.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So which one is it?
Hmm. Yeah. I mean,
Because you see, the king arrived by helicopter or whatever, and this is I mean, I can show you the other ones, guys. I can show you the other ones like this. So I'm asking you, which one is which one? This is supposed to be him, or this one is supposed to be him. But if you look at this is supposed to be him. You're going to see something here.
but they're going
Look at all
through.
the reporters. There's reporters there. Do you see the reporters? I'm going to show you more because here, this one, you can see the reporters. There's the
Right.
reporters right here. On the
Right.
other one, you don't see the reporters, right? Because you can see all the way through the gates that there's nobody around. But here on this side that they don't want to show is the reporters.
Huh. So they're basically letting people know that Harry is arriving. There were these reporters that were supposed to be there.
Well, they were, according to them, they were there.
Yeah,
I mean, the
but
ones that they showed, they were there.
and
They
this is
were
the
there. They were
thing.
taking pictures of him.
Here's the thing though, if they wanted
See,
to meet.
sorry. Here, you'll see. You kind of seen they cut them off. See, did you see that? See, you'll see. See, you see them? They're standing right next to the policeman.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted the reporters to be there, but my point is if they didn't want people to know that Harry was coming, they could simply not tell people and nobody would be there and Harry would arrive and he would get in without people knowing.
Exactly.
So thank you, Irene Acriviadis. I'm sure I'm butchering your name. Apologies for your super sticker and for being a new member. Welcome, Irene.
Because you see,
Uh,
I'm going to show you here, Pat. I'm going to show you this one here. I'm going to show you this one because the one that we're seeing, you can see the reporters, but they cut them out, right? So
mhm.
I'm going to show you the ones that are there, the ones, the AFP, and you see the cops and you don't see any reporters.
You don't see any reporters.
There's nobody, and you're because they're shooting it from afar. Here, you see, this is from
Mhm.
afar, and you can
Mm,
see that the reporters on the other one are almost right next to the police.
right. So who's
Right, they're
shooting
next
this?
to the police, and you can see here Harry turning in, and that it's not the same police, is it? There's no policeman while he's turning there, is there?
No, but he's inside the gates too. So what's the point? What are you saying?
When he makes that turn, Pat, when he from the road that he's coming in, that's the same road that's supposed to be on the other videos.
Okay, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and this is the left turn he's making into Clarence's house.
Okay.
But you don't see a guard with the red coat. You see policemen standing right here.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to follow you. What's your point though?
Is that the same video?
Oh, you're saying that they're different videos.
Well, look at this, Pat. Okay,
Okay,
look
let's
at
see it
this.
again. Let's see it again.
Okay, this is supposed to be him. Look, he's coming into Clarence's house, right?
Mhm.
He's gonna make the left turn into Clarence's house. There's only one guard here with the red coat. That's the royal guard because they're at Clarence's house. There's no policeman there and there's nobody there, right?
Mhm.
And there he is arriving, supposedly. Usually when they arrive and they enter, the motorcade goes one place and Harry gets taken in one car to another place,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So that's supposed to be that is the actual footage of Harry arriving. Look at all the vehicles there. Did you see the motorcycles here?
Yeah.
Two motorcycles.
So one thing that you can look at though is the license plate. The other one had a 52 in it. The one that was
Yes, but now here, people are putting this as Harry arriving to Clarence's house. Okay, I'm going to put
Mhm.
it from the beginning. See, he goes in to make the left. See, you see the policeman there,
Mhm.
and you see this is a lens. This is the press of him making the left turn into Clarence's house.
Okay. I'm trying to follow you, Paula. I mean, I see what you're
There
saying, but
must be two different videos. It's like they're showing us different videos of the same event.
are you saying that Harry did arrive in one of these?
I don't know. That's my whole point. I don't know.
So,
Which
because
one
we
is the
don't
one
see
that's
him.
real?
Okay, so but maybe okay, so can they
There's
both
no
be
royal
true?
guards, and at Clarence House, they're royal guards.
Okay. All right.
Royal guards dressed in red are the ones who guard the king.
Right. Okay. So, because I'm trying to imagine what it looks like. I've never paid attention when I've been there
Okay.
to
Okay.
Clarence
Let me
House.
show you something else too here. I'm going to show you something else because I'm going to show you this because the press has been doing this now for quite some time now, and I'm fed up of this. Okay, I'm fed up of this, and I think it's time we start calling the press because they're literally gaslighting the hell out of us. This is what it really looked with Harry went to the place. There's nobody there,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
There's nobody there, guys. See all these fences. There's nobody there. Okay,
Mhm.
look again, just in case you guys. This is the whole thing. They're waiting for Harry to come out. There's nobody there, right? There's Harry that came out. Just moving it a little bit fast forward, right? And then you see him here, and I'm going to show you from two different angles. You see him leaving, right? Kissing the girl, and then he leaves, right?
Mhm.
So this is the other angle of the same event. We know that there's nobody there, that there's only the reporters and some few fans that probably are Sussex squatties that they planted there, right?
Mhm.
This is
Mhm.
what the press is putting out, that everybody
Right.
showed up to see Harry.
Right.
This is a picture that they posted of Harry visiting Nottingham in 2019, leaving Nottingham in 2019, October 2019. And the press is
Okay.
saying this is Harry leaving Nottingham.
So basically, we see the agenda of them really trying to promote Harry as being well liked, well received. He is popular. They're trying to portray that, but when you look behind the images, the truth is he's not really as well received and popular as they want us to believe.
No,
So that's going to be their agenda. That is going to be what they're going to be promoting, is trying to get Harry to be this well liked, well loved, much loved member of the royal family. That is what I believe King Charles is actively wanting to
absolutely.
do.
I was talking to Lauren Loon. You know, guys, you know who she is. She's a high level publicist in PR and stuff like that. And like she said in her channel, and I like it, we've been saying, by the time, and I know because I used to do this, by the time we saw that meeting at that balcony with the press director for Charles and Harry and
Mhm.
Meghan, they had already met months and months and months and months in private. This
Yeah.
was the public outing. This was the coming out because that balcony shot was taken from inside the members club.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so you can only be, and the patron of the members club is Charles,
Mhm.
and they only came out for 10 minutes, got the photo, was posted everywhere. And this is the soft launch of Harry's, and this is Damn If You Do. And then we have people like Dickie Arbiter, Tom Sykes, Liz Jones, everybody. Oh, what a great thing. What a
Yeah.
great thing.
They're
Arthur
all
Edwards.
saying
Oh
it.
my goodness. And, like Harry and William is jealous of Harry and Meghan, their return, all kinds of things.
Mhm. Yeah. So basically that's what the king wants, but not what William wants. But I think also they're trying to also see if even Meghan, cuz like what is Meghan going to do now? Everything is failing for her in the states. Is she going to try to continue to relaunch her products and to see if she gets a season 3? I think they said that she's
They
not getting a
canceled it.
season
No,
3,
no, no.
right?
Well,
So
there was
she
never
has
season two,
nothing.
Pat. There was never a season two.
Well, of course, yeah, we know that. It was never really a season 2. So, like, what is she going to do now? What is her future? What, tell me? I don't know. But the only thing left is for them to backtrack and to come back into the royal family.
And what we're watching right now, Pat, I'm showing you this picture. This picture here is Harry. Kensington Palace was tagged of Harry
Yeah, I
walking.
saw that. Yeah.
Why are they tagging Kensington Palace? Because they want to convey the image that William is okay with this,
Yeah, because
which
we
is
know
not.
he's yeah.
Okay. And you know what? Harry is worse than Meghan. I take it back when I talked about Meghan, and because this was their brilliant idea to send Harry to Ukraine and put him in a cemetery.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I think it's we're going to start to see a lot more of it. But I'm always curious about what that looks like for Meghan because we see what they're trying to do for
Oh, Meghan
Harry.
looks good for Meghan. You know what? I was just doing my channel in Spanish.
Mhm.
I was invited on as a guest in a Spanish channel. This is Harry's Uvalde.
Mm.
They're both ghouls.
Yeah.
Real ghouls. You know? Because who thought it was a great idea to send Harry, a toy soldier, a traitor, and plant them in a Ukraine cemetery? Can somebody please explain this to me?
Well, they're really trying to have people be more sympathetic to Harry and uh, to be more, I guess, looked at as a real royal because he's still on the royal website. He's still being covered by uh, the royal media. The was it Royal Rhoda? I think. I mean, did they do any specific stories on him? I know he was on some of the royal YouTube channels. So there, he's still part of the royal family as as a senior working royal. That's what they want it to look like.
But this is absolutely terrible, Pat, because this is not good. Because right now, I sent you the article that the royal family is at its lowest in popularity.
Mhm. Because of what's happening, I think, with Harry, right?
Not only with Harry, but with
But with
Charles and
everything else with
everything.
Charles, they're not
You
happy with
know, right
Charles.
now there's a huge demonstration in London.
Mhm.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Do you
The
have
biggest
images?
one, yes, the biggest one they've had in forever in the UK.
Let me see.
Let me show you to you. Let me show it to you. It's been going on all day. It's been. I'll show it to you right now. They're all live right now.
Let me see.
Everybody's live. Everybody's live. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's massive.
And, oh, wow.
Yeah, the biggest one they've had.
And I think it's good for William to here's the thing, there's some things I like and don't like about what William is doing. I think it's good that William is trying to disassociate, but I think he needs to be somewhat public about it because if we don't hear from him or we don't see that he is really detaching from the king, then it looks like he's going along with it if you're not really a watcher of this monarchy. And I think there has to be, but I think it'd be tricky to do when your father is the current king, right? But I just wish there was a way he could be more visually and showing that he is not aligned with some of the things I think the anti-monarchists are protesting because I'm sure there's things that they're against that William is against, perhaps, right? I just wish it were not a reflection on William being, people going against him because he is, of course, going to be the future king. So, but I don't know how you would go about doing that, but I just hate that he is aligned with it and, because he is the future king.
Well, he's not
'Cause
aligned with it, but
I know, but
if
I
he
think he'll
does
do
speak
things
out, everybody's
differently.
going to talk about him badly because he's going against his father who has cancer.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, because he's sick. Yeah, it's a tricky situation then that he's in, isn't it?
Yes, and it is pretty bad. And he was seen arriving yesterday at Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to show you. Uh, um, it's. I believe that William is doing it in many ways without having to say anything.
Well, we know he detached from the king's lawyers, right? And
Hmm.
he's with the Diana's lawyers that were her lawyers. He's moved out. He's getting his own place that's not within, the confines of like what they would expect a royal to do. So there's a lot of pushback against that. Um, and he doesn't want to see Harry, which is really great. But he gets some of that, don't you think? I mean, as someone a part of the monarchy, I just feel let's see some of the protests. I think that would be good to see.
Well, the thing is, though, Pat, like William, the first thing he did when he became the Duke of Cornwall, he kicked Camilla's
Oh, right. Sisters.
sister out of there, and he
Yeah.
cut her salary because she was getting about she was getting about $300,000 a year for doing that thing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing he did.
Wow, this is huge.
Yeah. It went on for like it's the biggest one they've seen that riot. It was the biggest one they've had in the United Kingdom, Pat,
This is the
for
worst
freedom of
time
speech.
for the king to try to align with Harry. This is like, why in the world would you try to bring back somebody who has done such horrible things? I think it's a big mistake. The king is putting his feelings into it more than his reign of symbolic rulership. Like that should be the priority, not your feelings as a dad and what you would do as a regular father, showing sympathy for someone who has been so disgraceful towards your family.
Well, the thing is that what feelings are those? Because Charles was never a particularly loving father,
Well,
nor a very
the
present
cold
father.
feelings that he has, the way he does feel, he's showing these feelings now.
But I wonder if those are feelings of being a father or if he's doing this to spite William.
Or feeling guilty because of what happened to Diana. Because Harry blames him for Diana's.
Yeah, but this blame it didn't just start. This is something that has always been there.
Yeah, and he's always
So this
felt
is not
guilty
like
about
suddenly
it.
Harry came out and said, by the way, that I blame you for my mom. This is something that's been going on for years.
Yeah,
And
but I think it got worse when Diana died
yeah,
because
but go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
I was just going to say because he married Camilla and she was the third wheel in the marriage. Diana hated, and of course, but I don't know. I just think there's a lot that is there that Charles feels guilty about.
Yeah, but if Charles felt guilty, he would have never married Camilla because he didn't need to marry Camilla
Well, of course, he would
because
feel
his kids
guilty and
asked
still want to
him.
marry. He could still be feel guilty and still want to marry her
But why would he need to marry her?
because he wanted to make her queen.
Is what
If
he
she couldn't
wanted.
become
So
queen,
it's very much like Harry. So you see, Charles is not thinking like a monarch. It's like whatever
no,
Charles
it's
wants,
not.
Charles gets.
Yeah.
He's not thinking of the monarchy. He's not thinking of cleaning the plate or the slate for William. He's not thinking of like Queen Margrethe of Denmark. She cleaned up house before anything. Instead, he's making it worse for William.
Mm-hmm.
For Catherine, Catherine is, that, and the Spanish channel, they were all shocked that even people who are not royalist, that meeting between Harry and Charles was talked about everywhere.
Mm.
Even
Yeah.
with non-royals, like the person that was doing the live with, she was like, even people who don't watch this was an important meeting, and people are focusing on, oh, he was there 10 minutes, oh, he was there 15 minutes, oh, well, in total 28 minutes. And then what she said, like I've been saying, it doesn't matter if it was there for 3 seconds, he was there, and Charles wanted this to be made public. This is a public statement on behalf of Charles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now people are assuming is that lonesome car that went in there. But we have the AFP and Telemundo and other credible sources that are not British that are showing the real motorcade coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way it's done, Pat, okay, the way it's done, and I exposed this before, The way it's done, you come with the motorcade, but once you're in the grounds, only one car, the car carrying the VIP, goes into the main residence.
Mhm.
They do
Mhm.
it for many security reasons. One of them is you don't want to have all the cars in one place. In case it's an emergency, the person leaves and the cars are able to leave, follow.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
for security reasons, that's how they do it. Once the car is in the grounds, then the other cars disappear and the motorcycles. If you look, the motorcycles, some of them stay outside, some of them go inside. But once you're inside the grounds, only one car goes through.
Mhm.
People
Okay.
are assuming that is Harry
Mhm. Well, they can make it
because
look
even
like it
even
is.
people saying we assume, all the news outlet, they say we assume that that is Harry because that's
Mm.
what Harry put out. We assume that that is Harry that went to see I'll show you another picture here, Pat,
Mhm.
because I've been blown away. I've been looking at the pictures. There's some pictures that they showed of Harry supposedly arriving to see the Queen, right?
Mhm.
Well, actually, these are the same pictures, but I can't get to them because OK Magazine has a picture of Harry. Remember the pictures that they showed of Harry at an airport?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's
Mhm.
actually from February last year, 6th
Yeah.
February last year, when he came to see the Charles when he announced he had cancer.
Yeah, those were not recent.
No,
Mhm.
they were not recent, but they're putting it as this is Harry at the airport.
Yeah.
I tried to get this here, and I get this thing. I don't know if you can see it. I get this thing that says page unavailable.
Okay. Yeah.
Page unavailable. Sorry, but that is from OK Magazine. That is when Harry came to see the king. So those pictures of him supposedly arriving or leaving the airport. This is from February last year, February 6th, 2024.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then those cars as well are from February 2024.
Mhm.
And I've been getting these like these. This one is also the same thing. This car here, this one here. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can see it. I don't know. This one that you're seeing here, is exactly the car that we saw going now, but this was last year, February 6th, 2024.
So basically they're trying to not be truthful in their representation of Harry arriving.
They're lying to us. We
Mhm.
only have, like for example, they said this is allegedly Harry going to see the Queen, or lay down a wreath for the Queen, but that's not it. That's also from those pictures when Harry arrived in February last year.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if you
Yeah.
see Radar Online, because Radar Online is being very sneaky. Radar Online saying, Radar Online, that Prince Harry arrives. Let me see. No, it's yeah, the son. I think I have it here. Prince Harry. Okay, it's saying that Prince Harry lands. I'll show you the one that says Prince Harry lands. Right,
Mhm.
lands in UK. Okay, here we go. They're showing this picture. They're gaslighting us, Pat. They're gaslighting the hell out of us. We only assume that that is Harry because some pictures that the press put, but we don't know if it's true. Like this one, Prince Harry lands in UK as Prince William firmly shuts down any chance of reunion, right? And then
Mhm.
they show this picture of Harry. They don't say it's a stock picture. Prince Harry has returned to the UK for the first time since April.
Right.
This is
And you
natural. This is in Singapore.
and you know how else you can tell? Those are different shoes that he had on than the ones that they showed of him, what where you circled the Kensington Palace. He had on gray shoes. The shoes are different.
No, but this is with Nacho, unless Nacho came with him. And this is the very same picture they
Yeah.
showed when he went to Singapore and he landed in Singapore. And they show those
Yeah.
pictures of him and Nacho. He even took some pictures at the duty free.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
But my point is, why is the press lying? We can't really trust anything they put out.
No, we can't. You
And
can't.
what they do is they ban the previous articles because when I tried to get it, they say that this article is no longer available
Mhm.
from February 6th, 2024.
That's why you have to print them out
Or
and
download those videos because
yeah.
that video, of that the very same video of what you might call it of the king and stuff like that. It's that video. It's from last year
Mm-hmm.
of Harry turning to the left, going to see the king. Is this one right here? Prince Harry
Mm-hmm.
arrives in London to visit King Charles after cancer diagnosis, and he even has the same clothes that he's pictured right now. That people are claiming that those are the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
I mean, isn't that terrible that we can't trust the press?
Well, that's always been the problem with mainstream media. They collaborate with the royals. I mean, they collaborate with a lot of people that have the power to say we don't want certain information out there, and then the press, they have to go along with it because that's just what they do when you're not independent and you're not just someone who is putting out information on your own. Otis.
And then Jan Maluk
Mhm.
says, Malk, it's stated on Google that Google can say anything. Google can only gather information if you're going through ChatGPT from articles that are put out there, whether the articles are true or not. This is what the mainstream media is saying, but we don't know if and Robin White is saying too many discrepancies.
Mhm.
And that exact footage is the same footage. The one that people are showing on X right now is the very same footage that, and this footage was put out by the press, is the very same footage of Harry arriving to Clarence's house last year.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So there you go. We know that they lie. They put out things that are not truthful, and I think they're going to certainly trying to change the narrative right now.
Yeah, I mean, it is something that people should be very aware. And I know people are saying, what does it matter? It matters because we're being lied to. And if we're being lied to in something so stupid and so dumb, why would they feel the need to lie like this?
Mhm.
Are they counting on people not fact checking them or forgetting that Harry came here in 2024 and that happened?
Mhm. I think so. They're gonna try to get away with some things around, Harry and his royal involvement. He's already starting to get that positive press to show he is like a working royal now, like he is getting that stigma, he's getting that narrative.
I just want to say something, guys, because this is like what people like me fight against all the time. Somebody saying, I believe Dan Wooden. I mean, no disrespect to Dan Wooden more than I believe Paula. Dan Wooden has come to me for information. I have provided Dan Wooden information that he didn't know. Okay. So, because this is the thing, like, and I don't have the reach that he has, nor the sources, but I do have people talking. Pat, you know that people reach out to you. You're talking to
Mhm,
Ninaki Preety. Dan Wooden is not talking to Ninaki Preety, as
mhm,
far as you know. People have to understand that. Like, I put myself out here. P. Dinah puts herself out here. Like, you don't. People don't know. A lot of people don't feel comfortable talking to mainstream media. Sometimes because sometimes mainstream media don't want to talk to them. They have a lot to lose. But you and I, basically, you're focused on the truth like I am. I'm not saying that anybody else isn't, but we do have people who talk to us, and we do provide information.
mhm,
So it is very important for people not to be derogatory or denigrate others just because, we're not in the mainstream media. And this is one of the things that we YouTubers fight against all the time,
mhm,
you know? So, but other than that, I wanted to say something like, it's why are they lying? And I have it from a very good source that Harry is not even thinking of coming back to the UK, that he's fighting to move to New York and be appointed as the head of the King's Trust in New York.
Okay, so we know Harry to be already in New York already, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's already ready.
so my question becomes, what is happening with the relationship with Meghan and Harry?
I don't know, Pat.
What have
I
you
don't know.
heard about that?
Well, what I've heard about it is that she's trying to negotiate keeping the Sussex. This is why, when she went on Bloomberg, she said, that's my last name, Duchess of Sussex,
Mhm.
which is not. That is not her last name. Duchess of Sussex. It's like saying Donald Trump instead of Donald Trump is Donald President of the United States. That's my last name.
Mhm.
Or Pete Dina, CEO of McDonald's. That's my last name.
Okay, now there's a question though, because we remember who just recently passed, Duchess of Kent. She used her last name as her title as Kent. Like she went by Catherine Kent.
Yeah, but she is not. It's not, but she is not a descendant of the union between Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip.
Okay, that is true.
So that applies only to the Windsor, the House of Windsor. The Duke of Kent is royal, but is not from the Windsor side.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's a Duke of Kent.
Right, right.
It belongs and to the House of Windsor is representing. It was helping the Queen follow that. She could go by whatever it is, but legally she would be from the House of Windsor.
Mhm.
Unofficially, she would call herself Mrs. Kent because she was not really a working royal. Like she was assisting for a long time, like
Mhm.
that. But she was from the House of Windsor.
Mhm.
Only the descendants, the descendants from the union of Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip have to use the last name Mountbatten Windsor.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
Duke of Kent is not a descendant only basically it's the Queen and her kids, her grandkids, her great grandkids, and anybody from that union.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think about how you said
Yeah, no, no,
earlier?
Adele, sorry. I just want to say, Adele, no, you're
Mhm.
right. I'm saying he's at Windsor, but I'm saying she may have called herself Mrs. Kent to make it easier, but legally that wouldn't have been her name.
Yeah, she just went by that
Yeah, it's like,
because
for example, we say now the Wallaces, but there's a distinction about popularly known than a legal name.
uh-huh. Okay.
It's very much in the royal website. This is not something that I'm making up. It's in the royal website.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want it, listen to it from the horse's mouth. It's in the royal website.
Yeah.
You know, let me see. I'll show it to you if you don't believe me, because like I've shown, this is directly from the royal website. This is not me making it up. This is the royal website. People often ask whether members of the royal family have a surname, and if so, what it is. Members of the royal family can be known both by the name of the royal house and by a surname, which are not
Mhm.
always the same. And often they do not use a surname at all. Okay, so only in 1960, this is when they said, however, in 1960, the royal family name of Windsor was confirmed by the Queen after her accession in 1952. However, in 1960, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh decided that they would like their own direct descendants to be distinguished from the rest of the royal family without changing the name of the royal house, as
Mhm.
Windsor is the surname used by all the male and unmarried female descendants to George V. So even though the Duke of Kent, that was his title, and the Duchess of Kent used the last name informally to be known socially to make it easier, the legal last name, if they needed to use one, would have been Windsor. But for the descendants between the Queen and of the Queen, it would be Mountbatten Windsor. And it was
Mhm.
first used with Princess Anne when she got married on November 14th, 1973, to Mark Phillips. The surname Mountbatten Windsor first appeared on an official document on 14th November 1973 in the
Mhm.
marriage register at Westminster Abbey for the marriage of Princess Anne and Captain Mark Phillips.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is not me making this up. If you want to know, you go directly to the source.
Right.
And it
Okay.
says here, unless the Prince of Wales chooses to alter the present decisions when he becomes king, which he did not, he
Mhm.
will continue to be of the House of Windsor, and his grandchildren will use the surname Mountbatten Windsor.
Okay. So, and I keep going back to this because I really want us to get to what we believe is going to happen with Meghan. What is going to happen with Meghan and her brand? Is she going to try to get back into the royal routine? Is that what do you believe about that is what I'm trying to get to.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
It looks like Meghan is at a crossroad. She really is. She has to either be for what Harry is trying to do or go against what Harry is trying to do. Because clearly Harry is being promoted more and more and he's trying to get back into this royal life. But like I said in my video, Harry comes as a package. He can't just show up trying to reconcile as an individual person. He comes with baggage. He has a wife and children. So when he comes to reconcile, he's coming to reconcile with his baggage. The question becomes now whether or not Meghan is going to be a part of that reconciliation, or is she going to allow Harry just to go off and do what he's doing and she does her own thing. Um, I need to see more with what Meghan is actually doing to understand what the relationship is like for Harry and Meghan right now. But it does look like she's laying low now that her show is not really going anywhere. She's not going to be making any money from anything that we know about because her show is dead in the water. So, does that mean Meghan just goes and disappears and tries to follow her husband's lead back into the royal fold? That's what it's starting to look like, but I can't be too sure yet until I see more with what Meghan is going to do to know if she's going to go against that.
Okay, I
But
have
that's
a
what it looks
question for
like.
you. I have a question for you. Do you think that all these months that when they went into that whatchamacallit, when that picture was taken of the press director of Charles and Harry and Meghan, do you think that was the first meeting, or do you think that they have been talking for months?
Yes, I think that they definitely have been talking for months. I don't understand how you could even allow yourself to be photographed doing these talks unless you do it for it to be intentional. And you certainly don't show up to have yourself in these talks and negotiations and we see it and that's the first time. No, I think they've been doing it for sure.
Well, so if they have been talking for months, do you think that Meghan would have not been involved?
I think that's possible for her not to be involved. Yeah, I do.
Given that, remember how she complained, Pat, that they were having these negotiations, and now we have Miss Bedell, the biographer, who came out and said that that Meghan Markle was really upset that they didn't allow her to be part of the Sandringham because she was all ready to phone FaceTime into the meeting, right? And the Queen talked, Miss Bedell said that the Queen, there was a very important businessman there, and that the businessman, the Queen said, "Can you imagine? We have to." They were shooting at Sandringham because they were, on holiday, and
Mhm.
this happened suddenly. And Miss Bedell said that then the Queen went and said, "I'm sorry." She apologized to her guests because she was going into this meeting, and that Meghan was going to join in from FaceTiming or on video, and that the
Mhm.
guest, who's a very savvy, very multi-billionaire businessman, said, I don't think that's a good idea because you to do that because you can control who is here right now, but you can't control who she has in her room over there."
Mm.
And
Mhm.
the Queen decided to follow his advice and didn't allow Meghan in. This is according to Miss Bedell. She's a famous the one that talked about. And then she said that in 2018, Meghan was already drawing the emblem for the new Sussex Foundation before William or
Yes,
anybody even knew that they were
that they
so
were
she even
going to be
planned it,
leaving.
that they were leaving. So this is
Mhm.
a woman who was doing that. So we know that she was upset because she talked about it in Harry and Meghan.
See, here's the thing. Yeah, I think I don't know why, but I really don't see Megan coming back. I mean, that's how tenacious she was in the beginning, like in the very, very beginning. You think she's dropping everything that she's been doing and going to come back? How can that be? I don't think that
But what does she have, Pat? What when you say that she's dropping everything? What does she have?
she has other things like political ambitions. That's not going to be for years from now, but I think there's things she's going to try to start setting in motion because I can't imagine her wanting to go back to royal life. No way. But I think Harry can't come back without leaving her. Like he can't come with her. For 2
Why?
reasons. I don't think she wants to come back, and I don't think that the royals will have her back. Or unless she completely changes and it's like, "Okay, I've been defeated. I'm gonna humble myself, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to just play the Camilla game." And I just don't see her doing that. This is a crossroads right now. This has to be for real Harry trying to live independent of Meghan. It has to be. There's just no way he can come back with her.
Okay, Meghan was desperate when she married Harry. We know that she was looking for a husband. She had been written out of Suits and everything, right?
Mhm.
What does she have now? Right now, Meghan is desperate. Netflix has dumped her. Maria G is right. She's plotting. Meghan, Netflix has dumped her.
Mhm.
Nobody likes her in the US. Tyler Perry, the Godfather, is in deep trouble with the $260 million lawsuit.
Lawsuit, yep.
He's refusing to renounce his being the godfather to Lily. He will never renounce being the godfather to a colonialist princess. You know, um, Oprah is not
Can I
talking to
just go
her.
back to that real quick? Because I'm gonna be doing a video on this whole Tyler Perry lawsuit. When you say he won't renounce it. Um, has he been asked to
Yes, by
renounce it?
Meghan. I did a video about it last year. He was asked about it.
Okay, wait a minute, but so what info do you have that she wanted him to do that? Did that come out?
I brought it out last year, and mark my words,
You
in two
have the
or three.
source? You
Yes, I
have a
have. Of course, I
source?
have the source. Yes, I have the source, Pat.
Oh, because
I did
this is
a
the
I
first
did a
I'm
video about
hearing.
it. I did a video about it 5 months ago.
So you
And,
know that Megan wanted him to renounce
yeah,
his.
but he won't do it. He won't do it
So why won't he do it?
because he's permanently linked to the royal
But
family.
he doesn't like the royal family.
If he didn't like the royal family, he wouldn't have agreed to be a godfather to Lily, would
But I
he?
think he liked it. I think the reason why he did it is because he was doing a
He's
favor for Megan, who he wants to
Why would he
help
do
in
a
the
favor
beginning.
for Meghan, somebody he didn't know? Why didn't he do favors for Meghan before she became Duchess of Sussex? Where was Tyler Perry when Meghan was scrambling through doors trying to get to auditions and her mother being called the N word and all the trials and
Well, he didn't
tribulations she
know
had?
much about her, I think, at the
He didn't know
time.
anything about her.
No, that's why he wasn't helping her. He didn't
But
know
why didn't he,
anything
but why didn't he know about her before?
because he just didn't know about her.
Okay, but why do you think he knows about her or cares about her now, Pat? And if you really, it's like, okay, the way he, and please, people in the side chat, let me know what you think. According to how Harry, Meghan, and even Tyler Perry have portrayed the royal family is equivalent to the KKK. Would you want to be the godfather to the grandmaster to the daughter of the KKK while they're still holding the title grandmaster of the KKK?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
What would you say?
I would think that there were some plotting to distance her from even Harry to show that he's helping her because she doesn't even foresee herself being married long term to the connection to royalty.
Yeah. And the thing is that if he really didn't want to, why would he still call her Duchess of Sussex or Meghan? He even said, "Congratulations, Princess Meghan." Remember when he wished her happy birthday?
Mm. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? I just think there has to be something with Meghan and Harry that is not going to be long term because that's what it looks like. That's as I see it from my perspective right now, there's no moving forward with Meghan and Harry together. That I don't see.
Okay, we know that Megan is like a rat or like a cockroach. Like those are the animals that no matter if you have a tidal wave and the earth ends, they will always survive. We know
Mhm.
that Megan is railroads her way into anything, right?
Mhm.
We know
Mhm.
that Megan, right now, Megan does not want the association or the link. We know that Megan, anything that, look how she dumped Jessica Mulroney.
Mhm. Yeah. And her family ended up dumping
And
her
her
or
family. So
yeah.
do you, yeah. So do you think now, Pat? Do you think now, Pat, that Tyler Perry, because this lawsuit is not new.
No.
This happened last year.
Right.
I've done 2 or 3 videos about this. The first time that Tyler Perry was, it was kind of like requested through third parties that, that because you see, Megan can't remove him legally as a godfather. He has to renounce. She can't ask the church to. It has to be him who renounces.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now,
It's
Megan is a
tricky.
survivor. Megan is for Megan. We know. Okay, if you were Megan, and we know, and you were a skank, which you are neither, and you can see
Not
that.
anymore.
Okay, okay. Let's
I'm
think
kidding. I'm
Megan wise.
kidding.
Let's think Megan wise.
They tried to turn me into one. Had I stayed in LA, I would have wound
Oh
up
my
being one.
God, Pidana, can you imagine you being mechanized?
Just the stuff that
But
Tyler
that's the
Perry
thing,
was
you have
doing.
morals, sweetie.
Hmm?
You have morals, not a mural, morals, But
Yeah.
uh, it's like, okay, let me tell you this. If you were Meghan Markle,
Mhm.
where you are right now, the wine didn't sell, the wine didn't move.
Mhm. And my
Thank
husband
you, Alithia McFarlane. Thank you so very much. If you only, yeah, like Lisa Nielsen saying another chapter. Okay.
Oh, Josephine White, thank you so much for your super chat or
Yeah,
sticker.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
I highlighted it
I'm
before.
sorry I didn't see it in my glasses on.
So if you are Megan,
Mhm.
okay, let's say guys in the chat, if you are Megan, the wine, the Netflix, nobody's banging at the door. No A-lister wants to be around her.
Mhm.
The people that you were around with are going down because
Yeah,
Tyler Perry and Oprah are next.
they are. They are.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oprah doesn't want to be seen with you unless you're with Harry.
Mhm.
And you have nothing going for you.
What are
What
you
would you do
doing?
next? And then you have a king. You still have Harry's balls in your bag, in
Yeah,
your hands.
they're still in your purse.
They're still in your purse. What is left for her but to go back to the royal family? Because even now, with just Harry meeting the king, it elevated her stock.
Because she's still married to him, right?
Because people don't know if they're going to go back. So if they're going to go back, they don't want to be mean to them. Because they don't want the royal family to be angry in case they go back as working royals.
So yeah,
What would you do? What would you do if you're Rachel Meghan Markle right now and you are sick in the head that you think that you have cards to play,
yeah,
that you have people that you, because Meghan Markle can blackmail the royal family because of this, all the things that Harry confided in her, and Prince Andrew connection, because let's not forget that Virginia Roberts called her as a witness, and I am quoting her lawyer, Virginia Roberts' lawyer, for her close association. She was a close associate of Prince Andrew back then.
yeah. So what does Megan do now?
So, what would you do now if
But
you
here,
were Rachel Meghan Markle?
okay,
You're like almost back to square one, but with a
yeah.
royal title that
But
you
see,
can't really use.
okay, so I have a question before I answer that question. Do you think it's true that Harry went to the king asking for Megan to be able to be HRH and to have
Absolutely. That is part of the deal, but I don't think he did it just now. This has been an ongoing negotiation for months. I know
and
that for a fact.
okay, and for people to bow to her, to have that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And knowing you're not going to get it anymore.
Isn't she though?
You think so? Really?
Well, we have Queen Camilla, don't we? Do we have a Queen Camilla or not?
Yeah, we do. But that was a game that took a long time to get to. You could not
Yeah,
get
but
to that.
Camilla was a different animal, sweetie. Camilla was a different animal. Right now, we have the entire royal rota. Have you seen the articles against Prince William?
Yeah.
Prince Harry was just planted in a cemetery in Ukraine.
Hmm.
And you know,
Okay.
Tom Fitz says, not happening, Paula. I'm going to pull out, you know what? I'm going to do a video. I'm not even going to say one word. I'm going to pull out and I'm going to put little tidbits of every time royal experts, Dick Arbiter, that Jobson guy, Liz Jones, everybody said that Camilla was never going to marry Charles. There was no way on earth that Camilla would ever marry Charles or she would be queen, ever, over their dead bodies. Those were the words that they used. Camilla would never even be on that balcony. Not only is Camilla titled queen, but she's a crowned queen.
Mm-hmm.
And she was crowned by the very same Church of England that refused to marry Charles and Camilla in a church
But
ceremony.
see, here's the difference. Camilla showed humility. Camilla knew how to shut her mouth. Meghan, unless she has had a complete change of character and is going to humble herself tremendously, there's no way she would go back. If she hasn't changed, how can she go back with the relationship that she has with William and Catherine? How can that ever happen?
Okay, Pat. I guess you
I'm just
haven't read the
talking, I'm just
articles.
putting it out there.
You haven't read the articles I've sent you, have you, Pat? Of all
Well,
the articles that Camilla put out
I
about
know
about Diana and everything,
I
and the
know
articles that
about
Camilla
that
put
stuff.
out. Camilla hasn't shut up.
I know about that stuff, but that's not stuff that's open to people in the public unless you are reading it. If
But,
you're not
but
reading the stuff that she has done, you think she's got her hands clean.
but this is like we're seeing here. Like people are saying that she's kept her mouth shut. She hasn't kept her mouth shut.
But to the public she has. To the public she has
She can,
shown great humility. To the public she has gone through a lot of backlash. She's been vilified. To the public, the average person watching this sees her as the underdog that has had to go through so much, despite the fact that she was having an affair with
that
the
she broke a
queen.
marriage.
That she broke, exactly. They believe that she has deserved to be where she's at now because she hasn't had any pushback. She hasn't said anything. She's been very quiet all these years. Now we know because we're researching and watching the things that have happened behind the scenes about what some things that she has done to Diana, right? Like we know, but that's not what the average public people see. That's why she is so beloved today. That's why people like her. You know?
It is. Let me tell you something. It is something that you know. You know what, Pat? You just prove a
Thank
point. I wanted.
Well, let me just say thank you, Lori, for the gifted memberships, dear. Thank
You
you.
just proved a point that I wanted to state,
Okay, what's
and
your
that I did
point?
on my video.
Mm-hmm.
That people have short-term memories,
Mm-hmm. They do.
and this
They
is
do.
what they count on. You know, it's like Scott Rouse, who is an amazing guy, who's from the Heavier channel. I interviewed him on my channel, and then he did a video about Meghan Markle's stupid twerking dance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Twerking video.
Mm-hmm.
People had forgotten that it was at the height of COVID, and that that hospital was not allowing fathers or everybody had to wear masks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The hospital even sent me links and they call me back and everything because people forget. You know that they're able to show pictures of Harry landing in the UK Pictures from when he went to play Singapore, because people forget. The footage that I'm showing and that I showed at the beginning is because it's old footage. Why? Because they count that people forget. They're
Okay.
trying to show that Harry left Nottingham among all these amazing number of people, when that was a picture from 2019. We're being manipulated because people forget.
Okay. So let me just, okay, that is true. People do forget. However, there has never been such a big movement and backlash from people with social media, which is fairly new considering, against someone like Meghan. All the dialogue that goes on all the time about the things that Meghan has done. I think people do forget, but there are constant reminders today about the person that Meghan is. She has yet to speak to her father. She is currently being sued, we know, by Samantha. We see the things she's done. We remember the Oprah interview and what she did to the royal family. Like, there are people, I know I'm one, and I'm sure you are, that are going to never let people forget what this woman has done. And even people that don't speak about this all the time speak about it because the behavior is just despicable. These radio hosts, different people who talk about what Meghan has done. I think it would, only way it could happen is if the royal family is trying to portray them in a good light, like really trying to polish up their public relations and coming after people like you and I. Like, we've seen that, and they're doing that already in the UK, going after people with their posts and social media. I just don't see how Meghan can seriously come back and not have changed with her character to be back in the royal fold, because she would have to bite her lip and put up with a lot to be well received again in the UK. And I
Okay.
don't know that she can do
Okay,
it.
let me put it this way. I'm going to show you some articles because a lot of them have been washed from the. That's another thing that I have to fight when I show you stuff, guys, because people don't know Camilla was actually scheming so William would not marry Catherine.
Oh, that's a new one. I hadn't heard that.
Of
That
you,
she that wait a minute, excuse me.
when
Excuse me.
I'll send you the articles about this because I saved them.
Look, let's just go back for
Camilla
a
said that
second.
Catherine was not suitable for William.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Camilla throws subtle jabs at Catherine, I hate, yeah, Middleton and Prince William to put the power couple in their place. Who, what year, when did this article come out?
This is last year. I mean, but I can show you article. I'm going to show you another article
Okay,
here.
well, that one, that Camilla, so I'm sure there's certain things that she's done. Yeah, that one I did not know about. I must say I did not know.
I'm going to show you this, see, because people have to find this. Says,
But you
okay,
do
here
hear
we go.
about
This is
the
March
here.
2020.
Can I
This
just,
is, I'm going to
let
show
me
you
just say
this.
something really quick, Paula. But we do hear about how Catherine and Camilla are having issues. We hear about this now, right? So I guess it could have started then with Camilla not really taking to Catherine years prior, because we do hear about things that they're going through now. And I think that's part of the reason why William has distanced himself also from the king, because of Camilla and what she has done to Catherine.
Kate Middleton, this is the problem, that and this is people, I wish people would understand that it's like when they say that Fergie never badmouthed the queen or anybody. I guess my point with all this channel, the things that we're talking about, is that people have short memories, or people are very good, or people count on not having or knowing this. Fergie
Mhm.
went on Oprah and mocked the queen and trashed the queen because the queen only gave her 4 apartments, 4 rooms at Buckingham Palace. Her apartment only had 2 full bathrooms. It only
Mhm.
had like a 1 bedroom, a study, and a nursery, because she didn't even have a kitchen because, of course, she had the entire palace kitchen. She doesn't mention that, right? And she's
Hmm.
complaining about it. She trashed the queen because the queen was so cheap that the queen could only allow to have certain type of light bulbs.
And she
She,
talked about her using Tupperware and
yes,
like she said a lot of bad things. Well, I wouldn't say bad, but she really portrayed the queen as being cheap and well, I would say it's not even bad yet. It's just kind of like frugal, which is a good thing because she is spending the people's money, right?
yeah.
So that could be a compliment,
But
you
she was
know.
complaining about it just like Meghan is complaining about the pantyhoses. Okay.
Mm,
But Kate Middleton
okay.
can be the royal favorite now, but she did not always have Queen Camilla's approval. But not only this, guys, I'm going to try and find all the articles because Camilla actively tried to have the queen not give approval and had Charles not approve the marriage
But let me ask you a question. Why in the world would Camilla not like Catherine? Come on now,
because she's
Camilla.
decent.
Come on, Camilla. You gotta really throw shade at Catherine. I mean,
Because her middle class upbringing is alleged to have been ridiculed by Prince William's pals. One of the experts thinks that
I've
Queen
heard
Camilla
that.
wasn't initially a big fan of Kate either.
But how can you not be a big fan of Catherine? Like,
This is according to Tom Quinn. These are all royal experts, guys. I heard that Camilla wasn't very keen on Catherine. And when that happens, Camilla is the kind of person that's very much Meghan. She goes behind the scenes.
she does go well, yeah, because we don't see things in public, that's for sure. But
And I don't know why Camilla, of all people, because she's not an aristocrat either.
hmm.
She
Huh.
said that she didn't want the mother of the future king to be a common mother. And then they
Wow.
go. The remarks, however, are rather ironic, given that in the 1970s, Camilla Parker Bowles was deemed an inappropriate royal bride for Prince Charles because of her personal history.
That's real jacked up though. That's jacked up, Camilla. I'm sorry. You gonna do that? I mean, anybody going after
I
Catherine.
can show real articles from royal experts, and you tell me. I mean, she was pretty bad, but the
I
problem
mean,
is that people say, "Oh no, that didn't happen." I have the articles printed by the very same royal experts that are now praising Camilla.
so these are some two-faced royal experts, huh?
And I adore Catherine. I love Princess. That guy, Robert Jobson. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna
Oh,
send you.
I
I'm gonna
got some
send you.
things on Robert.
I'm gonna send you that YouTube documentaries when they're talking about Camilla. What was it? This is guy that this very fine guy, skinny, now has silver hair. Richard Eden, all these older reporters like Liz Jones. Where Liz Jones,
Mhm.
that documentary where she's
Ingrid
talking that
Seward.
Ingrid Stewart, all of them are in that royal documentary. Angela Levin saying that there was no way on earth that the queen would be around Camilla.
See, that's it's interesting how things change, and that's the thing that I'm saying about Meghan. You know, things have changed because these are reasonable people. Meghan is not. Meghan is not going to change who she is, I don't think, to be able to come back into the royal fold. I don't think.
You haven't answered my question. Richard K, thank you. Christine
Mm,
Gilbert, you are amazing. I love you.
mm,
Rob Jobson. But all these people, Liz Jones, all these people. Remember that documentary with Harry where she's saying that she lived around her? She has a son almost Harry's age when he was 16, and everybody knew he was troubled, that he was doing drugs and everything.
yeah.
She wrote a biography. Everybody knew. They all talked in that documentary. There's 3 or 4 documentaries. They're all saying that. And we even have, what's the name of the guy that did the book of Diana? Andrew Morton. He
Andrew
said that he
Morton.
would stake his life that they will never get divorced. He should be dead.
That who would never get divorced.
That Princess Diana and Prince Charles will never get divorced. He would stake his life on it.
Yeah, he's way dead now then.
He did it. I'll send you the interview that there is no way that he would stake his life, but that Charles and Diana would never divorce.
I just can't see Megan coming back. I just can't see it.
Okay, I asked you a question. You are Rachel Meghan Markle,
Okay.
a D-list Matrix actress. All your deals have failed. All your deals have failed. You just went on Bloomberg and you said it's a dukedom. It's a dukedom. Eating the burger.
Mhm.
Um, my and it's so confusing. My last name changed when I got married. She's eating, and it's like when my last name changed, and is officially, legally, not officially, legally, which is a
Mhm.
different word than I'm known as. Because, for
Mhm.
example, Catherine and William are known as the Wallaces, oh, not extra officially. And this started, guys, when William and Harry went into the army, and they didn't want the protocol, and everybody, they didn't want to be called the Royal Highnesses, like for example, Charles and Andrew. They were known as the
Mhm.
Royal Highnesses during the army, right? When they were in the Navy or whatever. So Harry and William decided, no, just call us Wells. But it's like, I call you Pidina. I know that's not your last name or anything, right? That's an informal thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
But your name is completely different than that.
Mhm.
We've
Mhm.
seen that Prince William and the United States Trade Office for patenting the Royal Foundation, he's registered as His Royal Highness the Duke of Cambridge, Prince
Well,
Philip Arthur Louis Mountbatten,
Mountbatten Windsor.
and the same for
Mhm.
Catherine.
I think Megan is going to follow her normal way and leave. She's going to leave Harry.
So you think she's gonna leave? No, okay. You have to elaborate. What do you mean she's gonna leave? Leave where?
I don't think they're going to be married. I think if Megan tried to come back, if it were starting to look like she was coming back, at some point she won't be able to stay, or she'll do it before she goes. But even if she does go, yeah, it's temporary. I think Megan is going to do the independent, get a billionaire, and live off of the connection of those children to her money making, because she will have to get a lot of money. I think she won't go back to that royal life. Mm-mm. That's what I believe. Now, like I said, I have to wait and see more, like see what she does next. I got to still see more about what she's doing to know whether or not she is going to go back to that, because it looks like that now. It certainly looks like that. And I know I said that, but long term, I cannot see Megan succeeding in that.
Okay, no,
Because,
we're not talking about succeeding in that in long
well, she
term.
would almost have to be, if to get accepted back, wouldn't she? I mean, she'd almost have to
Okay,
succeed.
you're thinking like a rational person.
Okay, let
Meghan
me
Markle
change it
is
to being irrational. Hold on one second. Okay. Now
okay.
I'm not
Put,
irrational.
put your irrational hat on.
Okay.
All that Meghan Markle needs is fuel to kind of like, when you're dying and they put those paddles in your chest, and you come to life, right?
Mhm.
Okay, Meghan Markle needs to be resuscitated right now. What will do that for her image? If she goes back, even if people will assume it's long term, and she will say, "This time I've learned my lesson." She's gonna say whatever she wants, but legally they can keep her there. And then after 1 year, she's out.
Yeah, that's how, see, that's how they can both work. That's how she could go back and then bolt. So that could be what's going to happen. She's going to go back for like a year and then she's going to leave. That, now there you go. That could be it.
You see what
Mhm.
I mean? Megan needs to resuscitate her popularity or whatever it is.
Mhm.
She may say to you, just like she said when she needed to get married to Harry, "Oh, yeah, I want to hit the ground running. We're going to do all
Mhm.
the Commonwealth thing. I'm going to use this platform to elevate people, to give voice to." Remember all the bullshit
Yeah.
she said?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that could be what she's gonna do. She's gonna play the short term again to go back to the royal fold, and then she's gonna leave to resuscitate her career, her image, who she is. Yes. Thank you,
So,
Christy.
so do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what
Mhm.
I mean? It's Tom Foote says it's not going to happen, ladies. Okay.
Okay.
You are Meghan Markle. You have no options. Clearly, Harry coming back to the royal family, all these very public meetings are not by chance. We can all agree on that, right?
They had to have, yeah, that's true.
Charles knew that this was going to be leaked, and he did. So this was done with his approval. I think we can agree on that, or can't we?
Yeah, I think so. We can't agree.
Okay. Can we go in agreement that, or let me know if that is the disagreement? We know that King Charles knew that this was going to be put in the papers.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Now, Betsy's saying Meghan will not leave Harry until she meets a billionaire. Given Meghan's fame or infamy, do you think any sane billionaire is going to marry Meghan?
Well, of course. I've seen men do some things, some stupid things
Nobody's
for
going to
less.
marry this woman without an NDA or a
Well,
prenuptial.
no, probably not that, but somebody will take her up. Somebody
You
will
know,
take that.
you know. Did you know why Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos took so long to get married?
Why?
Because of the prenuptial agreement.
Oh, really?
Yes, they couldn't agree on a dollar amount.
Mm,
So if
okay.
you're Meghan Markle and you're thinking, because Meghan doesn't think long term. Meghan thinks, how do I fix this now? Because okay, let's say she goes back, even if she goes back for 3-4 months, Pat. Because
Mhm.
my take is that she's going to go for less than 6 months. Because you see,
Mhm.
if the kids go back with her, she won't want to stay more than 6 months because that would establish the kids' habitual residence in the UK.
Mhm. Mhm.
So my take is that she would go back.
Yeah.
She would stay there 4 or 5 months,
Mhm.
then say that it was terrible, that things were worse than that, and leave.
But this is the problem. The problem is she has the leverage now with the kids being in America. The minute she takes them to Germany, I mean, I'm thinking Germany. Thinks because that's what my thought was at one time. The minute she takes them back to the UK, she loses her leverage over the children
But
being
that
in the States.
that depends. That depends. You see, in the UK, just like the US, you
Mhm.
need to declare yourself a resident. And in the UK is very particular as well.
Okay, so she
You
won't
need to
declare
be
her
there at
resident.
least 183 days consecutive without going out
Okay,
to
well,
be declared a resident of the United Kingdom
mhm.
or have habitual residence there.
Mhm.
That's half a year, a little bit over half a year.
Hmm. But we'll just have to wait and see. That's why I said I have to see what some more things that Megan is doing. Is she going to come out with some more products? Is she going to keep trying to promote her as ever? Is she going to pop up with a deal by some wacko who's going to give her an opportunity? I mean, we have to see more evidence of what she's actually going to do.
Okay, but if you were Megan, wouldn't you think that this is a very good plan? Because then she would be able to leave without establishing residence. And then she gets to leave back to the California. And people are going to say, and whatever she's going to say, I tried, but Harry did this. This woman has so many videos on Harry. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
I did it. I left my husband. I left my home again. I left my career. I
Thank,
had started my Instagram again.
yes.
I had my voice. I recovered my voice.
Thank you, Lori, for the gifted memberships.
Like I recovered my voice. And then I
Yeah.
went back to that evil palace.
And Aletha sent you a super chat. Paula, just shows that they are all hypocrites.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that is
But
true.
can you imagine? Wouldn't you do that? I would do it.
Yeah, I probably would, unless she's got, yeah, we just got to wait and see what she does. Let's just wait because there's something she's got to do.
Because like right now they went to the courts and for Samantha to see if she was defamed or not. It's going to be read by a bunch of judges and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we don't know. If the judges say no, that's it. That's the end of it. But if you're Meghan Markle and you have the choice to go back and you're planning, I'm not going to go back. Meghan is not stupid. She always tries to her advantage. She knows
Mm-hmm.
that even in the United States, in the United States, you have to stay 183 days consecutively as a resident, or
Yeah.
189 days or something like that. It's the same in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as she doesn't stay that with her kids, and even if she flies away for vacation, she breaks the 183 days. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, and then she leaves the royal family complaining, and then she has another special coming on, and that's it. I left my Instagram, my business. I didn't do my specials. I didn't do this because, I wanted to give it a go with my husband because Harry was miserable. I'm sacrificing again.
Mhm.
Yes, we
Mm.
love our Pidina, of course. And by the way, don't forget to go donate Pidina.
Thank
Did
you,
you put the links to
Christine.
your, well, please put your links to the, but I see Megan going back. I see Megan going back.
Okay. I mean, I can see her going back, but then leaving. That's my official
Oh yeah, I don't
stance.
see her staying.
I
I
see her
don't
going
ever.
back, but then leaving shortly after that. Yeah.
And
Thank you,
Harry's
Christine.
fighting, but Harry's even
Yeah.
fighting to stay in New York to be the head of the King's Trust.
Well, he can't stay in New York if he wants. Well, then that's where Megan's going. She's not going back to the UK without Harry in to New York. She'd have to go to New York too, wouldn't she?
Yes, of course, because even he can take the kids to New York. He can take the kids out of state without Megan's permission, or unless. Okay, these are my options for Megan.
Okay.
One, she's negotiating $1 billion deal to give
Yeah.
up the kids, keeping the title,
Yeah.
and divorcing Harry.
That's one option. Yes.
Second, she's gonna be Diana.
Oh well, yeah. Hmm.
Third, she goes back to the United Kingdom for a few months. Then she goes back to the US, becomes the victim that she gave up her Instagram account once again. She gave up her voice. Let's not forget that her Instagram is great to be. I love it being back in social network.
Because then
I
she'd
got
have
my
to give
voice
that
back.
up. But then she'd have to give up her voice if she goes back into the royal
But
fold,
she
wouldn't
will
she?
do it because then she will have something to complain about within a few
Yeah.
months.
Okay. Yeah. And then to get divorced, right? Okay.
And then what people are going to be wondering is if she goes back, is she going to go back again? Because if she did it once, she might do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All
What do
right.
you think? Those are my three options. That's the
I
thing.
I have to say I'm in a line with these 3 options as well. But at the same time, I say we have to see what other things she's going to do because she could be coming out with something that we don't even know about that could hit today or tomorrow, you know? So,
I just
and then
wish the queen were alive. I swear to God, I think that the queen is so very much missed.
yeah, for
I,
sure.
I kid you not. I think that the queen was such a steady force in very turbulent times. She's greatly missed.
Yep, and the king is so wishy-washy and yeah, yeah.
But anyways, thank you for joining, and I'll talk to you later because I have some info to give you.
Mhm.
I'm just so
And I
shocked.
have some info to give you too.
Ooh, so we're gonna talk about it because I am so disheartened. Things I found out, Pat. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I was so
yeah.
upset. Yes, I was so upset. But I'll talk to you afterwards. But thank you
All
guys.
right,
Please
thank
don't
you
forget to
guys for
click
the
like,
super
share, and
chat
subscribe. Go to
stickers.
Pidina. Donate to her charity. Pidina does actually have a charity. And
Thank
you told us how much trouble you're having. How is that going? Can you give us a quick 2 minute update? How's that going?
I'm still going through the issues. I'm trying to get some reimbursements. I'm not gonna go into it until after I get reimbursed for some things that they owe me, but I've been done dirty,
I
y'all. Let
just
me just
don't
say that.
get you why they did that.
They
I
did
mean,
some
guys, I know what
horrible
happened, and
things
I'm
to
so
me.
shocked, Pat.
I know, it's very shocking. Very,
You should
very
be able to
shocking.
sue them. That is so. And
I
here we have
know.
Megan stealing right, left, and center. These are just my thoughts and opinions, not Pidina's. But I think that they're doing something shady. You know that they haven't posted their 2025 tax return for Archwell.
Oh, I know. I know. They get away with so much. They
So
really
let's
do.
let's please let's hope
Thank you,
Pidina's
Lizzie B.
let's hope Pidina with everything and with her
Yep.
charity. And I'm gonna post her link under my video description so you can go and please donate.
Thank you,
Okay, and have a great
everybody.
day, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Please go support Pidina. She's amazing. Yeah, thank you very much for always following us, for being respectful in the chat, and for having discourse. If anything that the death of Charlie Kirk has taught us is the disrespect, how fanatic people have become to certain narratives, and we have to be better than that. We have to be better than that. We have to. I thank you. Thank you for being a mod, Christine. Thank you so very much, sweetie. And yes, and thank you very much for all your thoughts. And yes, thanks for always coming here. And my heart goes out to anybody who thinks that a bullet is the solution rather than discourse. There is no place in the society for stuff like that. And I think we've all forgotten how to agree to disagree and be respectful. So thank you very much, guys, and have a great day. Thank you, Christine. Thanks for being a mod. Thank you for always being here. Thank you, guys, and have a great day.